Today is the first time since I have started. I'm in a confusion or in a dilemma that what should I actually go and tell to you about Peacemaker season 2. Because now I'm in a dilemma of giving priorities. Should it be about experience of the show or should it be about the majority of the show? Should it be about the feel or should it be about the time or the quantity of that part that exists? So what is the confusion? The confusion is actually the show has some major part that is really major, like literally 90% of the show that is good. But the last 10% that is not that good. It's like some half baked or half cooked food. It's not that you can just bash it or you cannot just enjoy it. So I'm in a dilemma now to how to handle it and how to review it. But don't worry, you will get an idea what you should expect or what should you look for if you are going to watch Peacemaker season 2 now. So let's discuss. So let's start with the good things. That is, firstly, the writing. Apart from the last 10%, like I told, the writing is top notch. Like after every episode, you actually have that something looking forward to watch in the next episode, like feeling. That actually drives you to watch the further episodes of the season 2. Now let's talk about the cinematography. And I will be very honest, I don't rate cinematography based on how it is consistent or how much it is consistent in the movies, in a whole project. I rate it based on what it is trying to convey. Because when a cinematographer decides how he is trying to show that in the film or the project, then he actually talks to the director and the cinematographer. They together decide how they want to show it because there is a lot behind the scenes happening. Like what's the intention of the director, what's the feel of the shot, and what is it trying to convey. So according to that perspective, like what they were trying to convey us, I would say the cinematography is good. It's not like very top notch to like praise it or it's too much noticeable and overshadows the writing part. No, it's not like that, but definitely it's good. Now the music or the sound design. The music is also good, especially in few scenes where there is the intention to convey some emotion, and for that they actually lower the music or absolutely no music, just the ambient noise, and that is something I felt really good, and that actually caught the attention from me. And also the songs that James can have integrated in between the episodes. Sometimes they tell about the characters, sometimes they tell about the situations that are going to come in forward of our characters, or sometimes just a tone or a vibe for that particular shot. And I will say this music or the songs they have selected works really well. And they even changed the intro song. And 2-3 times I just didn't skip the intro song and was listening to it. So it's kind of good. Now let's talk about acting. Everyone had acted really good, but I would like to appreciate John Cena. And it was, I think, the 7th episode, the second last episode of the season 2, and that was the time I just noticed his acting and I said, man, this guy has really improved a lot. Now direction. There are 4 directors or 3. Wait, let me count. James, Peter, Jones, and Greg. Yes, 4 directors of this show. And actually it doesn't feel like it is directed by 4 people. So it's a compliment because it means that they actually went with the craft or whatever that is necessary and didn't just go with something they have personally a bias of. Now let me inform you about that 10%. And the 10% is not even also everything bad. Like it's like what you should know, what should be your expectations kind of things. So get ready. The first thing is the tone. This is like a drama, like it's more of character driven than setting high stakes like Superman, where there is literally a dimensional rift destroying the half of the city and it could just destroy the world if it was not stopped. But contrary to that, this is more about characters, very grounded. More about Peacemaker, more about Harcourt, more about Vigilante, more about Adebayo, more about Economist. And few of the characters like Judo Master, Fury, and Shasha. So don't expect too much of like action, explosion, or something like which you have seen in the end of season 1. It is more grounded, and that's why I can't say the finale of season 2 is very bad. Because the show in the whole runtime is grounded and trying to make us feel for the characters which already we care about. And that is why in the last episode, when they just resolve the emotional conflicts between the characters we care about, I still can't just say yes, that was really really bad. I will say it was not good. The finale that we all were expecting, it was not that finale. So I think you might be disappointed by finale, that is episode 8 of season 2, if you expect something really really good or some ending type of thing or some closure kind of things for any of your loved characters, because they actually get a sort of a closure, but it feels like something like forced. Like, even I can understand resolving the conflict between the main characters of the show, but just randomly adding few other characters to them for the sake of using them in the forward of DCU, it felt forced for me at least. Like episode 8 just is like going, and that's it. In every episode, I felt something. Even if it's joy, it's satire, it's comedy, it's dark humor, anything. I felt something. There was few moments where I just assimilate with the feelings of the characters. But in episode 8, it was like, yes, it's going, it's trying to set up for something. Yes, it's ending like that, and that's it. That's it. Nothing more. And they have given a closure, but the closure don't feel like a closure for me. So, my final verdict, the show is great. Really, really great. If the finale episode, that is episode 8, was not just a filler and trying to set up something, but instead had given something really like a closure. Like how season 1 ended. It was good. It was how it should have ended. And yet, it had continued for something forward. The same could have done in season 2, but that was not the case. So overall, you have to understand the tone, that is, it's very drama based, it's satirical, dark humor, and not very serious. But at the same time, the episode 8 might just feel like, okay, that's forced or that's rust or something like that. So I would say keep the expectations low for the finale, but the other part of the show, that is, I told, the 90% of the show is just great. So what would I give it? A pass, ambiguous, self-aware, or no-brainer? I would have given no-brainer if it had the finale episode like how it should be. But because it don't have, I'm going to give it self-aware. And if you're thinking, what is this no-brainer, pass, self-aware, what all these entitles are, which I'm giving in my review, you need to watch this video. That was the first time I talked about these things and introduced that concept or this concept in my videos. Go and watch it. Behind the scenes happening.